Hello, beautiful people. It's been a while since I've been here live, but I had something that was so alive within me that I wanted to share with you. I just came back from the gym from a 2 or 3 hour session, which was so healing and relaxing and nurturing, to lift weights and also do some yoga and stretch and relax and breathe and look at the beautiful view outside, and it was amazing. And I want to share something today that sometimes it can trigger a lot of spiritual people and it can be very confronting, but it's true. So I want to talk about it. Our lives don't shift in a cacao ceremony. Your life is not going to change in a journal practice or in a breathwork session. Our lives actually change when we, after those experiences, implement something different and do something different. It's not about the activation itself, it's how do we integrate it into our daily lives. It's not about the one breathwork session or the one energy healing that you did. Is what are you doing afterwards? Who are you becoming and who are you being? This is one of the main reasons why I stopped doing energy healings and energy work, because people would come to me to cut energetic cords and heal their trauma and heal this and manifest that. But if you don't take action and shift something in your 3D reality, nothing will shift. And what ends up happening in the spiritual community and in the energy workspace is that you constantly go for another healing, another ceremony, and you keep thinking, this is the one that's gonna save my life. This is the one that's gonna shift everything. But then after a while, your life is still the same because you haven't integrated the experience into your day-to-day life and you haven't changed anything. So life remains the same because you haven't changed. So it's important to remember this when we want quick spiritual fixes. Oh, I'm just going to a healer and she's gonna heal me and I'm gonna be good and my life will change. That's not how it usually happens. We want all of these things in the 5D, but we are not willing and ready to make the changes in the 3D. So how do we expect something to actually shift? That's not how it works. And there are so many spiritual people lost in the 5th dimension, lost in the ethers, disconnected from their bodies and detached and dissociated from their reality. And then they wonder why they are chasing one breathwork session after another cacao ceremony, after another plant medicine journey, after another energy healing, but then nothing changes. And the reason why nothing changes is because you're not grounded into your body and you are dishonoring this reality. Because if you want to change your life doesn't change in the ethers because your life is here in 3D. So if you want to change your life, you need to make changes in the 3D. And the true shifts that truly change your life are not in just one breathwork session. Is, okay, that breathwork session was amazing, but what are you doing afterwards? What are you doing differently that you weren't doing before? What actually shifted? So you can have an amazing experience in a plant medicine journey, in a healing session, in whatever event. But if then you go back to your life and you do everything the same, nothing changes. Only when we integrate the activating experiences that we have, we are embodied in those lessons and things change in our lives because we ourselves are changing. So, that's something that I know triggers a lot of spiritual people. And I used to be an energy healer and an energy worker until I figured out how much am I actually helping someone? Or am I just doing this healing and it's good for them in the moment, but then nothing changes and then they come back with the same problem? Did I really help them? Did it truly serve? Or do they need something more, something else? And so in my own journey, as I descended back from the ethers and grounded into this reality, I had all of this work in the 3D that I needed to do and shift for my life to shift. And you know what? All the years in my life where I was in the ethers, when I was doing quantum energy sessions and activations and light language and all of that energy work and grid work and all of that, transcending the body, transcending this reality, transcending this earth and going to new earth and all of that. You know what shifted in my life? Nothing. What ended up happening was these loops of like, there seems to be a shift, but then we'll go back to normal. There seems to be a shift and we go back to the same. And life only started changing when I physically started changing in my very earthly 3D human life. This is why I'm so passionate to talk about this and to help people with this. Because for so many years I studied transcendental spirituality, which is like for the monks meditating on top of a mountain, disconnected from society, where people bring them food and give them shelter and they don't have to do anything besides meditating and transcending everything. But that was not my path, and it's not the path for most of us. Most of us, our path is not to be meditating on the mountain and transcending this reality. Otherwise, you wouldn't be even watching this video. You would be meditating on your mountain. But for the rest of us who are meant to actually be here, grounded into the earth, into our bodies, into our humanity, and into this reality, we need to actually honor the 3D. We need to honor the physical vessel. We need to honor our humanness. Instead of transcending it and ascending from it, we need to descend back into our bodies and integrate the spiritual knowledge into our day-to-day life. Because if we have all of this spiritual knowledge and all of these powers and gifts and abilities and activations and all of that, but then we are ungrounded, we become dissociative and dissociated from this reality. And that is very dangerous. That can be very dangerous. And it can be very isolating and deceiving at the same time, where we think we are doing something for the world and the planet and our own lives, but we are actually in this shadow of spiritual bypassing, where we think spirituality is about transcending our humanness and transcending our egos and transcending our minds and transcending everything, where actually we are just bypassing it all. We cannot transcend by bypass. We transcend through integration and descending into our bodies and honoring our humanness and doing our best in our 3D life. We didn't come here to transcend 3D reality. We didn't come here to transcend our bodies. We didn't come here to transcend our humanness. We came here to awaken into our humanness, to awaken into the 3D, to awaken into this reality. Not to transcend it, to descend into it in our power. But that only happens when we make changes and we observe limiting beliefs and stories and things and traumas and blah, blah, blah. But we need to see it and integrate it into the 3D. Because for as long as you keep transcending the 3D and bypassing it, you will have all this trauma and all of these loops that will keep bringing you back to the same place until you shift something and then your reality actually shifts. But it doesn't shift by you transcending it, it's by you going through it. So my loves, this is what I wanted to share with you. I am going to have lunch now. It's already super late, but I was so inspired to share this that I just wanted to come here with you. And this is what shifted in my business. This is what shifted in my life and in the way I support and help people. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to do an energy activation or a light language activation that will cut your cords or heal your ancestral lineage or manifest money into your life. Because there's something within you that needs to change. So now I help you in that. I actually support you in seeing where do you need to change things, where do you need to shift things in your life to actually make a difference, to actually shift something in your reality. Don't wait for a healing to help you and save you. Don't expect an light language activation to manifest abundance into your life. There's something within you that intrinsically needs to change. Don't bypass the work. Go through it. And when you actually do it, things change. And it's so much more rewarding and grounding and holistic. So I changed my work and my service from energy healer to embodiment. It's not a light language transmission that will save your life and shift your reality. It's by you making changes in your day-to-day life. And that is what I want to support you with, because I actually want to support and see true change in someone else's life. Because I also saw myself going into these loops that led nowhere. And I know better now. So I'm taking you on this journey with me. This month inside Activation, which is our membership community, is the month of the unknown. And going into the unknown can be like such a spiritual, woo-woo, and tangible concept. But what we're actually doing this month is bringing it into very tangible actions. Going into the unknown doesn't mean to lose yourself in the ethers. Going into the unknown means taking a different type of action, which is unpredictable and unfamiliar. Because if you keep doing what you have always done, you will keep getting the same results. So for something to shift in your life, you need to go into the unknown with a new energy, with a new embodiment, with a new action. And we don't enter the unknown in the sense of like meditating and I'm into the unknown, and no, that's not what it's about. It's about, this is where my reality is at right now, and this is what I've been doing. These are the results that I'm getting. So I'm going into the unknown and I'm shifting into a new reality, and for that I need to take different types of action. I need to do different things. I need to show up in my life in a different way. I need to show up for myself in a different way. Because doing the familiar, which is known, brings me to where I am now, which I already know. So if I want to step into the unknown to manifest and live a better reality, I need to step into the unknown and do what is unfamiliar, do what is unknown, do what is unpredictable. Do something that feels different, that feels challenging, that feels sometimes triggering, that feels like an expansion. Because if I want a different result, I need to put in a different action. So this month, inside Activation, is not about going into the unknown in a spiritual, woo-woo, transcendental way. It's about grounding into our reality and understanding that to make a difference and to change something in our lives, we need to do something different. So we need to step out of the familiarity of our comfort zone and go into the unknown and become uncomfortable. Because this is where true change is when we actually change something tangibly in the 3D. So that's it for this live today, you guys. If you want to join us inside Activation for the unknown journey for this month, just send me a DM with the word Activation. I will send you the details. This is like for those of you who know it's time for you to do something different. That what you've been doing until now, it's not gonna take you there to where you want to be. This is the pivotal moment where you're like, okay, I'm ready to step into the unknown. I'm ready to take a different action. I'm ready to invest in myself and commit to something different. I'm ready to go in a different direction, even if I don't know the road, even if I don't know the way. This is not for you if you are comfortable being comfort in your comfort zone. This is not for you if you are comfort with the familiarity of what you've been doing and you just want to stay there. This is for those of you who feel the fire of, it's time for me to step into the unknown and do something different. My life is calling me to take action. And I know I'm supposed to do something bigger, to do something better. And I'm ready. And I'm willing to take that step into the unknown. I'm willing to take action and do something different. To become more alive than ever, even if that means discomfort. Even if that means unfamiliarity. Even if that means trying something different. And in our community, we do things together. You don't have to go into the unknown by yourself. We go through it together and we take action together. We keep each other accountable and we support each other. Even though I cannot take action for you and you cannot take action for me, we get to change and shift as a community and we move together. And by you moving, you inspire others to move. And when you see others moving, they inspire you to move. So there is this momentum of energy when we do things together. This is the magic of having a community. This is the magic of stepping into the unknown with a group of people that are also saying yes to the unknown. That are also saying yes to change. That are also saying yes to getting out of their familiarity, getting out of their comfort zone, and changing, and getting uncomfortable, and expanding. You guys, if you want to join us, send me a DM with the word activation. I'll send you the details. That's it for today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'm sending you blessings, and I will see you soon.